Hello guys, hi, my name is Sonia and today I will share some etymologies. I will tell you about etymologies that I find interesting, and I will also be doing like mic touching and rambling, sometimes whispering, sometimes soft spoken, all of that guys. So, and I will start with the word mammoth. You know, there are not many words that were borrowed from Russian into like English, other European languages, and mammoth is one of them. And originally mammoth is a Mansi word. Mansi is an ethnical group that lives in Siberia, and the original word was mang ont, and it meant earth horn. Mansi used this word not for the mammoths, not for the animals, but for their tusks, and they used to find, I guess they still do, I don't know, they used to find many of these tusks in the ground, deep in the ground, and this word and the tusks had been known like in Siberia and in the north for many centuries, and they've got like different folklore. There is always also like maybe I do another part on Slavic mythological creatures, but this time it's gonna be like also Siberian mythological creatures, because Siberian ethnical groups are like not Slavic, it's different. But yeah, they doesn't matter. Sorry. Yeah, they got intrigue beast, which was like kind of like a unicorn. They thought that like these tusks were like from a unicorn, but and first this word was used in Russian, mammoth or mammoth. Yeah, and then in 16th, 17th century, after exploring Siberia, other European scholars started to use this word mammoth in German, and like different variations, mammoth in their languages to call this new species, animal, mammoths. In Russian, mammoth is actually mammoth. We slightly changed the pronunciation because we had this man name Mammoth, which is a Greek name. So people kind of like started saying mammoth instead of mammoth. Okay, next etymology is about the word slave, Slavic, and ciao. How are those connected? So the word slave actually stems from the Latin word sclavus, and originally it meant Slav, like a Slavic person. And in German now they say esclave, in Spanish esclavo, like you still have this tendency. But why slave is Slavic? in early Middle Ages, like 9th, 12th century, Byzantines, Germans, Vikings, Arabs, all of Mongols, all of them would capture and steal Slavic people, and they were considered to be like cool slaves and were very popular in a slave trade. And I am being Slavic. Ask you to pay me reparations by liking this video, commenting and subscribing. Okay, yeah, and I am myself and my Slavic channel will forgive you. But yeah, sorry for being goofy. Okay, but how ciao and Slavic slave are connected? Because in Italian and in Venetian dialect, they had this phrase, ciao vostro, ciao vostro, I don't know, which meant I am your slave or I am at your service. And after some time, this phrase lost its initial meaning and just became a casual greeting. Hi. So saying like ciao, you're saying I'm a slave or I'm Slav. Next etymology is for the word деньги. Деньги in Russian. Деньги means money. By the way, fun fact, in Russian money is always plural, деньги plural, and yeah, in English money is always singular. Interesting. But yeah, so we got this word from Mongols, and it's a Turkic word with a Turkic origin. And Mongols, during their rule in Russia in 13th, 15th centuries, they introduced their monetary system, and they used the word tenge for a coin. And after some time, we just started to use this word for money. Tenge, деньги. And by the way, right now in Kazakhstan, their national currency is tenge. So Kazakh is a Turkic language, yeah, so makes sense. Tenge, деньги. Another very simple etymology of the word ruble, Russian currency. So ruble, stems from the verb рубить, which means to mince, to chop. So in the past, they would get these silver rolls, silver sausages, and then chop them like this, chop them. And after chopping them, they would get the coins, рубль, рубить, рубль. That easy. Another Russian etymology, actually two of them. One is for the word czar or tsar, yeah, in Russian tsar, and the other one is for король, which means king. So tsar is only used for Russian rulers or Byzantium emperors, tsar. And we got this word from the Latin Kaiser, basically like Caesar, yeah, Kaiser. And in The preferred spelling for Tsar is TS, through TS, but I guess at least in America they use the CCAR, Tsar. Yeah. In the first official title, Tsar, was used for Ivan the Terrible in 1547. He accepted the title Tsar всея Руси, the Tsar of all Rus, of all Russia. Yeah, cool guy. And about the Король is king, but Король is only used to refer to a Western European ruler. We started to use Король because of Carolus Magnus, the Frankish emperor, king, the Frankish king, or the first emperor of Holy Roman Empire. So his name was adopted into Old Slavic as Korl, and then we got the vowel consonant like mix up, and we got Korol. And in other Slavic languages, it's also in Polish, it's Krol, in Czech, Kral, in Ukrainian, it's the same as in Russian, Korol, in Croatian. I'm not sure how to read that. The next one is German. I learned this word in German, Krawatte, which means a tie, a necktie, and it's got an interesting etymology. So, Krawatte actually stems from Croatian, and in 17th century, during the 30-year-old war, there were many mercenaries, Croatian mercenaries in the French army, and their uniform had this interesting necktie. So many people started to associate this necktie with Croatians, and they call it cravat, I don't know, in French, and cravate in German. But in Russian it's actually Galstuk, which stems from German Hals, throat, and tuk, like a like cloth. Yeah. So Halstuk, Galstuk in Russian. Interesting. Next German etymology I find interesting is the word Geld. And I used to think that Geld is connected with gold, because Geld means money, and like money, gold, yeah, that makes sense. But no, actually Geld is connected with the word yield in English. So both of these words, they stem from gilden, and which meant to pay, to give, or to return something. And basically, initially, it was one word to pay something back, and then yield started to be used as to pay tribute, like when you lose, and you have to pay to compensate, or like tribute, yield, and Geld, just pay, and then we got money, Geld, das Geld. Very cool, isn't it? Okay, and the last etymology for today is the name for coffee, cappuccino, and basically, what is cappuccino is coffee with milky, like foam, yeah, on the top that kind of covers the coffee, the drink, and it serves as a food, So, cappuccino actually means a hood in French. It's capuchon. Capuchon. I don't know. I always want to laugh when I try to say something like in a French manner. Capuchon, capuchon. But capuchon, it stems from the Latin word caput, which meant a head. And we got so many words from this head. For example, the word capital, both in the sense of a city and a capital, chapter, cap, and like many other. So guys, I hope it was interesting. If you like it, I will make another part sometime soon, maybe in a month or in 3 months, I don't know. By the way, my new nails, I gave up. I think you noticed that this head is short and this one is like is long. So my right hand is kind of like the nerdy girl, and this one is a party girl. Which one do you prefer?